Thank you for taking a few minutes to look at this video. My name is Stefan Rodriguez and I like to share something that is impacting and improving the lives of so many. I discovered something called the 45-year plan. And basically around the age of 20 we go get a job and we go back and forth to work and back and forth to work and back and forth to work. And we do that for 45 years of our life, putting us at about the age of 65. But one of the many things I discovered about the 45-year plan is that out of 100 people at the age of 65, according to the IRS and the Social Security Department, only one of us will be rich, 4 of us will be financially stable, 5 will still be working, 28 unfortunately will already be dead, and the remaining 62 will be flat broke. Now I gotta tell you, when I saw that only 5% of people in the richest country in the world were actually financially free and the other 95% were struggling, I had one of those moments. Now, even though I was getting by and paying the bills on time, I realized that I was right here in this 95%. And what terrified me the most was that if I was barely getting by on 100% of my income now, what was it going to look like at the age of 65 when I retired on only 40% of my income? Well, it turns out there was this incredible study done by Robert Kiyosaki called the Cash Flow Quadrant. And in this quadrant there are 4 groups of people. There's big business owners like Microsoft or Bill Gates. There's investors like Warren Buffett or Donald Trump. There's self-employed or specialists such as doctors and lawyers. And then there's employees. And what's interesting in this study is that Kiyosaki found that the B's and the I's ended up here in the 5% because the big business owners had employees making them money, and the investors used their own money to make them even more money, and not to mention, they both get huge tax benefits. And the self-employed and specialists and employees ended up here in the 95%. And honestly, that's exactly where it was for me. So I decided to take a look at something called the 2 to 3 year plan. It's really simple. In 2 to 3 years, the average person spending 4 to 5 hours a week can double their income. Now when I heard that, I thought, well, that's pretty solid, but there's got to be more to it. And being paycheck to paycheck with little to no available cash flow, I was concerned about what it might cost me. Well, as it turns out, there's zero financial risk. Now, thinking this was too good to be true, I questioned how there could be no risk. Well, I discovered that being a part of the 2 to 3 year plan gives you the same massive tax breaks that the B's and I's get. So after reviewing it again, I was blown away that in only a few hours a week, learning a few basic skills, I could double my income in 2 to 3 years and literally have no financial risk doing it. Now, most people are paying 30 to 35% in taxes each year, but the 2 to 3 year plan allows you to get all of the huge tax breaks of the big business owners and investors, but not have to invest all of your money or have the headaches of the big business owner. So instead of paying up to 35% in taxes on your income, you will now pay a much lower percentage, usually about 15 to 20%. This means you get to put a whole lot of money back in your household that you used to pay in taxes. So there is an immediate financial benefit when you start the 2 to 3 year plan. After hearing about this miracle business, I knew I wanted to be a part of it. Working a full-time career along with a part-time job, I'd literally only had a few hours a week to commit. But in only 2.5 years, I retired from my career and quit my part-time job, and my wife also retired from her career. We now bring home more money than all 3 jobs combined and went from working 100+ hours a week to enjoying complete time freedom. To learn how to take advantage of the 2 to 3 year plan, get back with the person who shared this with you.